Hello, everyone. Welcome to Triple Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Emi Cholo, and this is our 13th episode. I'm here with my two friends, Karen and Haklam. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation, guys. I usually have two topics, but we're going to start with one topic, and as we go on, we'll leave out the second topic for people to hear. So I'll just go straight to it, and our first topic, I'm going to start with one that I think is going to be a bit easy for us. Then we'll go the second one with a lot of things to talk about. It's a woman's job to build a man. Nani anataka kuanza hapo? Who would really want to start on that?
Karen.
I think we should go with the initials. She's A.
Is it a woman's job to build a man? Okay, Karen, tell us about it.
Why did you choose my anyway? Okay. So well, I have to introduce myself now. There is a statement that says build with a man and build a man. Those are two different statements, but the quoted word there it's with. So I even told my good friend this afternoon, I told her a certain statement that I believe that when the so-called build a man doesn't count to a person who is not married, it counts to a person who is within the so-called marriage. So you cannot say that you build a man when you have your roles with that person. So basically, because from this generation, I mean, from the 90s to the 2000 and the so-called Gen Z generation, there is a certain wind that has within us portraying how these men are and how they are growing and how the changes have been occurring. So the men of this generation are very different to the point where a person is in a relationship with a person and the girl is the one who has to make all the shots. So you cannot say that you're building that person and the person you're building does not tend to provide the same basic care, attention, love, affection at a certain level. So I'm sticking to that statement. You cannot build a man if he's not fully grown or committed with you. You can only build with a man, and that is only within the marriage status. So I think that we can start from there.
Okay.
So me, I strongly believe it's not a woman's job to build a man. Because I strongly believe that men are not built. You can't build a man. It's either you're a man or you're a boy. And what you choose to be strongly depends on the male gender itself. If you choose to act as a man or you choose to act as a boy. But no woman can turn a boy into a man. And it's not her job to turn a boy into a man. The only person that can do that or has the responsibility to build a man is the man himself. Because a lot of women have the misconception of nimvumilie, let me just be with him, let me help him, let me build him. And I think that's a lot of our mistakes because you can't change a man and you can't build a man. And it is not your job to build a man. If his own mother couldn't build him, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? What makes you think that you're going to change him? What makes you think you are different from all the other women he met? Even in marriage, the only thing you get is how he comes. That mentality, when we get married, is gonna change. It doesn't work. You get who you get. You either accept it or you deny it. The behaviors would either diminish or increase. But there's no building.
That with your statement, it means a man decides what he wants to be. sio kwamba mtu atambuild. Like if I want to be a man, then I'll be a man. If I want to be just a boy playing around, then I'll just be that boy playing around.
The one thing I like telling my friends, all my friends, when I give them advices, I always tell them, a man knows the woman he wants.
Yeah.
So when
true.
he's not
Yeah.
acting like it, when he's not giving you the love, the affection that you deserve, this boy, man, child knows you're not the woman he wants. And it's why he's just gonna tow you around. Because sometimes you come across men and then his ex would tell you, oh, he's such a player. He doesn't take care of your feelings. And then you have a different story with this man. That means he knew from the get-go that this is not the woman I want, but this I have is the woman I want, and I ask for her. So it's not a woman's job to build a man. That is just added stress that women, quite frankly, don't need.
So pakapo, it means to those women who's like, oh, I changed him, they should know that it's not them who changed him. It's the man who decided by himself, like, I want to change myself for you.
Yeah.
I want to be better for myself and you.
Yeah. But the one thing we need to understand, we don't change this man. We don't change them. They change because they want to change. And men are not built like women. They're not emotional like women. They think with their heads.
Yeah,
even
their
loud.
logic.
Yes,
their logic as well emotional. Yeah.
They're very logical beings. So you think that you change the man, best believe this man decided to change. And that means he can unchange when he wants to.
Yeah, true. That's why some people in marriage do change. Like when you're normal dating, they'll be like, he was like this, he was okay. And then in marriage, you wonder, he has changed. He's not this type of a person. Yeah, I get your point. I get your point. It does make sense.
Job to the man.
Karen, do you agree with it? You're smiling and it's like you have a bit of doubt. Like you want to add something.
Not out of it, but just adding on it. There is a certain psychologist known as Jordan Peterson. He once said that 20% of men choose women choose women and opt to change. It's at a very circumstance that they want to, but 50% of women, they change because of, I don't know, the way they see a man and all that. They change the man, but men change. 20% of women change. 20% of men change because they want to, not because this woman is like this, because they opted to change. So with that, statistics says it all on what you guys are saying, because I'm just gonna do it on my own example, like myself. When I was in college, in my second year, I dated a certain guy, and that guy was, totally douchebag. I can call him that, because I tried to change him to a better person. Out of all that I heard about him, that he's a bad person, he's not a good guy for you, he's a player and all that. So I tried to live in a perception that I'm going to change this person. He's going to be a better person because I am a good person. But that didn't work. Despite all the efforts and the love, the affection, being there, that never works. It never works. The magic that people out here says it does, because it's all a lie. As how Ahlam said it, a man can change only when he wants to change. So for me, I'm a vivid example. He didn't change and he became the person that he was, and maybe he is. So yeah, a man cannot change because you bring that change in him. It's either he's gonna take it and leave it as it is, or maybe at some little tiny percent he's gonna agree to it and change. But in general, nah, men cannot change because the woman wants the person. Men cannot change because the lady or the person he is dating wants him to change. Normally doesn't work the trick. So yeah.
And I think
absolutely true.
Understand the difference between building a man and building with a man.
Amen.
Yeah.
There's a
There's a
difference
two,
between
it's two, I think it's two different
two
things.
different things. Yes. There's the mentality where you believe, oh, I am building. I think a lot of women do not know the difference between building with a man and building a man. They think if, oh, I'm just gonna be there for his behavior, and I'll just be patient, and maybe one day he'll understand. That is how you grow in a relationship. I'm building with him. Those are two different things. Building with a man means you're both bringing something on the table.
Exactly.
But when you're building a man, that means you're taking a boy child and turning him into a man. And sometimes men are not built by their women, but rather with their upbringing, how their mother raised them, how their father raised them. I strongly believe men are brought up. You know, sometimes when you see nchi za wenzetu, you see like different races, let alone the African families, you see how a small son would be taught to bring flowers to the mom. You should not hit the girl. Treat the
Yeah.
girls with respect. Talk to the girls nicely. Show your sister some love. I strongly believe such boys turn into men. They are taught how to treat a woman or a lady or a girl at a young age. But most households raise toxic men. Boys don't go into the kitchen. Boys don't cook. Boys don't clean. Boys do not help their sisters. If you help your wife, you're not a man. You're raising men who have no respect for their women, or men or boys with toxic masculinity in their brains.
And they'll be
And that's,
treating even their sisters badly, I think, starting from the
yes,
family.
yes, because it's how you teach them young. So imagine you meet a guy that was raised in such an environment where women are lesser than men, and this boy or this man has been raised in this household for like 30 years, and then you come meet him and you expect to change him in the 1 year that you know him, is very unrealistic. You're
Right.
trying to change his values and his ideologies and his mentality and his upbringing, which is not real.
Yeah.
And
It's not
taking
possible.
that job, yes, and you taking that job as your responsibility to build a man, is just you shouldering responsibility that does not concern you really.
And I think Kwayokit, you can only show a man like there is 1, 2, 3, then he can decide if I still want to
Yes.
treat women badly or I want to go to the other side.
I think
I
the
get
most
it.
women do is show a man how they want to be loved, or show this person you're with how to treat you, but then it's up to him to either want to understand it or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That does make sense. Okay. And so we'll go next to our second topic.
All right.
And it says pressure on all the issues of getting married. We're talking about the pressure and all the issues of getting married, mostly on this generation thing. Yeah, society. A lot of having, is it a peer pressure, should I say? Seeing your friend is married, you also want to get married without even knowing. Your friend has been with that person, she has known him or he has known her for so long. Nyinyi ndo kwanza you have 2 months even marriage. So the pressure on all this issue of getting married. Let's talk about that.
All right. I want to start because I am married. I've been married for